Hello all, welcome back to Mummy Necromancer. This is part 2 and I'm Ultraviolent 4. This has not been an easy one so far. Not that I was expecting Mummy to ever be easy, but it's been even harder than that. So our D2 had Sigmund on it, who managed to find us a couple of times. We had to teleport away. He was invis, so I can't actually show him off. But there's Sigmund and Natasha running around on D2. On D3 we went okay, but our issue now is that we only have 2 stairs going down because one of them is inside this vault over here. So at the first one, up here, we have an ogre guarding this stair. And at the stair that we're currently standing on, there's an orc priest there, which is dangerous on his own. But if there's also an orc wizard somewhere here, which I think is very likely to be the case, this is extremely dangerous. Orc wizards have confusion, which you can't break out of without potions of curing. And they also have throw flame, which when you're vulnerable to fire is really scary. And you couple those things with an orc priest as well, and we're in for a world of pain. Get it? Because we're going to be casting pain a lot. Okay. So I think of the two here, our better option is going with the orcs. If we have a look at the ogre stair, which is that one, ogres do more damage than orcs, I think, so there's more potential for the ogre to hit me. When I go down the stair, if he's standing there, he can hit me, and then when I try to go back up the stair, he could then easily kill me. But the thing that makes it absolutely impossible is if you have a look at how this stair is positioned. It's in this little hallway here. So if I manage to stand out the ogre up without dying, I'm then going to be sandwiched in here with the ogre standing next to me, which, yeah, is basically game over at that point because you're trapped next to an ogre when you only have 38 max HP. So I guess we're going the orc stair. Just before I do that, I wanted to see if I could see any other altars in here. No, just Che. Sometimes there are other altars in there. There might still be. So when I find the upstairs on D4, if I don't just immediately die, I'm going to come check out this little altar room. I'm pretty sure I'm about to die here though. So let's see if I'm on the MuNe. Oh god, that one actually physically hurt. Okay, let's go. It's asking me, do I really want to go? Not really, but we don't have much choice. Alright, so the orc priest is right next to us. If I go back up the stair now, that's another turn that he could hit me for up to 17 with a smite. If I stay here and start fighting, it's turns in which an orc wizard could walk around the corner and confuse me. I don't know which is better. See, if I stay down here and things start to go badly, I have to go upstairs and then teleport away. Whereas if I'm already upstairs and things start to go badly, I could actually teleport. Yeah, it's way too dangerous to teleport on this level without having explored any. So for that reason, I think I want to go up. Alright, we didn't get smited, and for some reason the orcs didn't come with me. That's really bizarre. Why didn't they? At least that one should have, he was right next to me. I'm not sure why that didn't happen. The other bonus here is that we have an ad skeleton that can help us. So let's get to painting. If he smites me, I'll vampiric drain him to try to get some health back. Okay, he resisted that at a 78% chance. Oh man, the adder's even confusing him or distracting him. Okay, that went pretty well actually. So as long as we don't get a wizard here, we're looking pretty good. Okay, so that went much better than expected. Okay, pleasantly surprised. And we're getting a bit of an army here. A hound's kind of dangerous, but also not really. It's fast, so you can't run from it, and it can bite for up to 6 damage. But we have 3 skeletons with us, and then we have vamp draining if we start getting hurt, so yeah, not too worried. Again, I'm not reading my scrolls. I'm waiting till I get ID because the scrolls are really valuable. Ooh, glowing scarf. These have to be good, as in you can't get a -2 curse scarf. I'm going to go to the upstairs before I put it on. The dream would be if this is resistance, then we'd get rid of our fire vulnerability. We don't have a cloak either. Okay, it's repel missiles, which is also pretty good, but if we could get rid of the fire resistance, that's probably our #1 priority as a mummy. There's the wizard. If we XP him, he has a 39% chance to confuse us, which is way too high. I want to start backing off. Ideally, I wouldn't fight him at all, but if I'm going to fight him, I really want to make sure that he's away from his pack and any potential orc priests. Because if I'm getting confused at the same time that I'm eating up to 17 damage smites, it's not going to go well for me. What I can do here is I can tell my orc skeleton to start walking at the priest, at the wizard, and I kind of want to start walking back, but this is, if I go left, that's a dead end, but I guess that's still probably good. Oh, he has puff of flame. Okay, well, I need to step around the corner. I need as few turns where I'm going to get puff of flamed as possible. And if he has puff of flame, I think that means he definitely has confuse as well. Oh dear. Okay. So throw flame has confuse and this one does not. So it's a 50-50 on whether he has confuse, but he definitely has throw flame. And he went the smart way. So in order to maximize his vision, rather than walking up like this, he walked to the right. Clever, clever girl. Okay, but then he walked back like an idiot. Okay, we're confused. Alright, so at this point, this is why I wanted to be on my own with the orc wizard. Because if this happens and there's an orc priest, you're definitely going to die. I still might die here, but at least it's just the orc wizard. And as far as we know, there's no orc priest coming. So there's nothing as a mummy that you can do about confusion. This is it. All you can do is wander around confusedly and hope that you hit the enemy with your weapon. So if I manage to hit him confusedly with the dagger of venom, he might die. But there's also a chance we just stagger around and he shoots a couple of throw flames at us and then we just die. So let's go. Okay, we bumped into the wall. We got a magic dart. Okay, luckily repel missiles works on these flames because we just avoided that one. Okay, we missed. And he tried to flame me again. No, did he? No, it's still the same one. Right. We're less confused. So it didn't last too long. Let's hit him with pain again. I took a magic dart, so I'd like to now go a vampiric draining. It'll get me some of my health back. Good. We'll animate him. Man, you see, you get an idea there of why I'm so afraid of orc wizards. And that's with it on his own. Like, imagine what that would be like with any other dangerous enemy around. Say there was that ogre that we know is down here. Like, when you're bumbling around confused like that, it's so dangerous. Yeah, there's still a orc corpse there. That's interesting. I can probably drop these stones. I have 9 javelins and 8 tomahawks. Yeah, let's just drop them. Alright. I'm so on edge. Have I seen all the upstairs? I think I have. So that's the one where there's an altar. I'm going to go see what that is up there. Okay, so there's Ellie, who won't allow us to worship her. You kneel at the altar. Ellie Villian does not accept worship from those such as you. Feels Very bad. I'm sorry I'm undead. Okay, and we have Nemlex. I'm not going to play Nemlex, but that's why you check this little room, even if you can't see these altars from the window over here. There can be some in here. Alright, no good. So I know there's at least an ogre running around somewhere. Oh, that's a null pack. I'm going to start backing up. Gonna start backing all the way up towards the stairs. I'm gonna tell my orc skeleton to fight it. Oh, thank you, skeleton. So this gnoll had a net. Fortunately, he used it on the skeleton rather than me. I want to level int. Thanks for that. So my skeleton did a very good job there. And if he's a total bro, he wasn't. He would have. I wonder if I could have stopped it, but if he didn't break out of the net, I could have collected it. But he broke out of it, which means it's destroyed, and I don't get to have a net. I've got 3 more pains. This particular gnoll isn't too scary because he doesn't have a weapon, so I don't mind just hitting him with the pain. Oh wait, the net's still there. Is that really how it works? Is that bugged? The net rips apart. I still see it. Okay, not sure about that one. Maybe he threw multiple nets. Did he? Not that I can tell. Okay. Maybe there's some interaction where skeletons don't really rip nets. I don't know. It's kind of odd, but we have a throwing net now. That's a good thing to have. Here's a new book. Why did we not pick it up? I don't know, but this is the Book of Cantrips. The best spell in this one is Animate Skeleton, which we already happen to have. Application is very good too, but it's not something that I'm going to train for, as in I'm not going to just train translocations at this stage for application. The thing about mummies having really slow experience and -2 on most of their aptitudes is that you have to be so focused on what you're training. So when I've done other games where I'm training 8 skills at a time, and it's kind of funny, if you do that on a mummy, you're just gonna die. You can't skill in a way that's inefficient because you're already kind of far behind being a mummy as it is, and then if you skill poorly, you're going to be even further behind. So basically what I'm trying to say in a really long-winded way is I can't afford to train translocations. Maybe if I got the blink spell, because that's a very good survival tool, but for application there's no way. I'm getting caught between it's only one null, that's okay then. He must have just been a remnant from the last pack. If that was a whole nother null pack behind me, could have been in for a scary time. Here's a new null though. I'm gonna start backing up. Okay, and I'll tell my quokka skeleton to die from rocks. Okay, this is why we're backing up. You see here, there were indeed more gnolls behind us. So say we'd started fighting him. First of all, there could have been more gnolls here. But second of all, if this gnoll, and for all I know there are even more down there, heard the noise and came in from this direction, as in from down here and came up, and I got sandwiched between 2 null packs, I'd probably die. Alright, when he's that far away, if he wants to sit there throwing stones, I may as well throw javelins back at him. Okay, he's now in pain range. Yeah, I don't really understand that one. And again, here's the ogre. So say we had that situation, we got trapped between 2 gnolls, we made a desperate run to the stairs to try to save our life, and then, hang on, here's the ogre. Right, I need to start walking back up before I shoot any more pains at him. See, if I'd wasted any more turns there, he could have random energied me and caught me. I was sort of an awkward spot where I was. So I'm going to go back up. And I'm going to go back down to the other stair. I think we can get rid of that X now. Yeah, this stair is okay. And let's get back to exploring. We know there's an ogre. We know there's some amount of gnolls running around. Again, I just want to split the pack. I'll get on the stair. Because he's a polearm gnoll, he's never going to step next to me if we're in a situation like this. So I can quite happily hit him with pain. And then if I start losing the fight, I can just go back up. This guy, it's worth just going up. For all I know, he has a net. Oh man, I forgot. This stair is absolutely the worst. But it's still better. For all I know, he has a net, and then he's going to trap me there next to the halberd gnoll as well. Have a look at a halberd. Halberd, as a weapon, has 13 damage on it. So halberd gnoll potentially does 13 extra damage with its weapon. That is why you are terrified, or should be terrified, of halberd gnolls. Where's our stair? It's all the way back up there. I'm going to start walking back towards it. Yeah, okay. There's no rush to do that. I've died so many times where I just was running away without paying attention, going, oh yeah, the stairs up here, and then say I'd run into this little room, and then go, uh-oh. Okay, I have a few free shots at him. No, it's not working. New stair. Not the hatch. Oh yeah. See, this is again what I was talking about. This halberd gnoll had 2 nets. That's why we went upstairs the last time. I need to break free from this and get up. Please break free. Okay, let's go. Alright. Necromancy to 6. What's that do for my animate dead? It's at 30%, it's red. Let's shut the chat window. So our stairs are now both pretty bad. One has a halberd gnoll at it, although hopefully he's now out of nets. And the other has an ogre. I think I'd rather face the halberd gnoll. And I'll show you why. So if you thought the halberd was a lot of damage, have a look at, let's see, is he a spiked club or a giant spiked club ogre? Just a giant club. Okay, even still, have a look. Giant club. Giant club does up to 20 damage. So that's why ogres really hurt. And if we have a look at the actual ogre monster itself, an ogre has 17 damage. So for a giant clubbed ogre, it's 17 plus 20. They can potentially do 37 damage in one shot if they max roll on both. And then a giant spike clubbed ogre is even more. Okay, I'd rather just fight him here like this. If he's just the one dude and he's already adjacent to me, I'd rather not be trapped next to the stair in the hallway like this. Let's give it a go. At least when he's adjacent to me, I can vamp training him, which I'll do now that my HP is going down, and even more. Okay, good. It's a pretty good spell, luckily. Even more halberd gnolls. I should get back on the stair. Good. And the benefit of all these gnolls is that we've now got 2 throwing nets. Damn, I thought we had 3. We broke free from that one, that's right. Okay, we've got quite a few different scrolls. I'm getting kind of itchy to read them, but... Okay, we're alright. But, yeah, they're valuable. So I'm going to wait for IDs, or at least till I get pairs. A single scroll is not worth reading. Alright, so that's D4 done. We didn't get an early temple, which is unfortunate, and even more gnolls. Am I playing Gnoll Crawl? I don't know. I'm pretty sure this was Trunk game, but maybe it's Gnoll Crawl. I'm going to try to take 1 gnoll up. Or I guess we can just kill the gnolls. Okay. None of them had nets. This guy is half health, but so am I, so I'd rather just go up. For all I know, he does have a net and he's just patiently waiting. Okay, we vamp drain him. Good. That's a sky beast. I'm gonna take him up. He's marked as red. He's not that scary though, because he's a 10 speed enemy, so we can always just walk away from him forever. He does lightning, not lightning, elect damage, and he goes invis. So while I can see him, I may as well vamp drain him / pain him. Although I learnt that invis enemies you can't miss with pain, and I don't think you can miss vamp training either. Let's see. Yeah, okay, we didn't. We killed him with the vamp training. Okay, good. So it looks like vamp draining is pretty successful against invis enemies. I think I want to just keep going. Necromancy training that we're focusing is helping us get towards animate dead. Spellcasting is really good value when it's +2 and everything else is -2. It's giving us more magic, which allows us to lean on vamp draining more heavily. And then fighting is more HP, which is always good. Once I get Necromancy under control, I might want to train. Probably some dodging would be the next best useful. We'll see. Anyway, so I'm expecting we're going to meet a few more null packs. Here is, can we do control undead now? Yes, we can. Okay, we've got the spell levels for that. We should do that. Undead enemies, such as this hound skeleton, we actually can barely hurt at all. We have a dagger of poison, which doesn't work on them, and all our necromancy spells don't work too. If I try to vamp drain him, it will tell me you can't drain life from that, so it doesn't even let me try. Well, all we can do is hit him with our dagger of venom, which won't actually poison. Alright, let's memorize control undead. Alright, so that gives us a way to deal with those enemies if we need to. Oh sweet, we animated the skeleton. Alright, again the Crimson Imp. He's technically a demon, right? He's not undead. Yeah, he's a minor demon, so we can't control undead him. We can maybe kill him when we have a gnoll skeleton with us, but like the gnoll before, it seems unlikely that we poisoned him, right? Yeah, you can do that now. Demons used to just be immune to poison, but now they're just resistant. Okay. Alright, Centaur Skeleton's a little bit scary. We could probably pretty successfully control and dead him. Anyway, I think I start... The thing is, walking back to the stairs is kind of bad because he's faster than me. So he's going to get free shots on me the whole way. But if I can get back to the stair, he can't follow me back up. Hopefully my gnoll skeleton will just kind of distract him for a while. And then we can see how I go. And if I start dying to him, I'll control and dead him. This might seem like I'm overreacting, but Centaur Skeletons can hit for apparently only up to 8, so maybe I am overreacting. I thought it was more than that. In any case, we're back at the stair now, so I can start hitting him. Yeah, see, like that, they do hurt a lot. Maybe I'm not crazy. What I do? I can just... right, of course. Zombies don't regenerate HP, so I actually can just keep having goes at him until I finally win the battle. We're never going to starve to death, which is the fortunate part of being a mummy. But you have to be careful. Don't spend thousands of turns on a floor because you'll start triggering the out of depth timer, which I think was in part put in directly to stop mummies from scumming millions of turns worth of experience. Yeah, so more and more dangerous enemies will start being spawned, and then like you'll just suddenly meet a fire dragon, and it'll be D5, and you'll be vulnerable to fire, and you'll just die. So yeah, don't scum. I've got a howler monkey. That means that it's going to make noise, and it's going to summon a whole bunch of things to this position. Because I've been using auto explore, it's taken me along this really long corridor. So if I were manually exploring, this isn't something I would do. It's kind of dangerous because, especially with all this noise, I have unexplored side passages like this one down here, where monsters could come from behind me and then sandwich me. So I'm going to start backing up. Tell my outer skeleton to attempt to help. Okay, I'll make the skeleton, and then I want to back up because I don't know what else is coming. Search this room. Okay, that room was okay. Oh, hello, orc. Yeah, okay. And it was the wizard priest duo. I want to just get away from the priest while there's a wizard. We learnt why. I'll tell my skeletons to attack him. While they're in the way, he can't confuse me. So now that both these tiles are blocked, I'm going to start walking away. And I know I can't be confused. I can now, but I couldn't before. Okay. Alright. Now we're on the stair, we can fight him. Alright, we got him. Good. See, there's the priest. And that's, man, I backed up all this way from there, all the way down here, and the priest came with me the whole time. If I'd been confused there, and I wasn't on this stair, again, that could have been so bad. You see how, like a lot of these situations, because I'm treating them with a lot of respect, so I'm fine. But you see how so many of these situations here have the potential for me to just die really quickly. And that's what it's like with a weak race like Mummy. If I can give you a single tip for something that's difficult like this, it would be slow down and don't play too fast, because it's so easy to just too quickly try to kill, say, an orc wizard or something, and then you just die. Alright. Well, I need to get line of fire to hit him with my pain. Alright, we're good. Another orc priest. So the situation could have been even worse. Just an orc priest on his own? Oh man, what a boss. That was such a smart move. Rather than coming up, he went all the way up there, so he still had a full screen with a smite potential. Just one orc priest on his own. I don't mind fighting him one-on-one, because we have vamp training. So even if he smites us, we should still be fine. But yeah, man. What a combo. And we really want to find the temple. That would be a very great boon. This is the giant spike club variety. So here's the full-on one. Let's see. Giant spiked club. That's 22 damage. And then an ogre was 17. So he can do 39 damage per swing, which means he could two-shot us if we got really unlucky. Here's another orc. I hope that's the previous pack and not a new one. And you see that he got random energy on me there. So even though he was a turn away, or he was a space away, he stepped to me and then hit me. The only reason I allowed him to even get into melee range with me is because I had a skeleton behind me. So I know I can now switch with the skeleton and I'll have space again. Otherwise, I would never have allowed him to even step next to me. And so the idea is that the skeleton would make some space for me, like that. And now I could either run back towards the stairs, which is probably what I'll do, or I could start shooting him. I'd rather get towards safety first, and then I'll shoot him. Yeah, like that. See, look at all these things that are spawning behind us. How bad is it to take him up? Probably pretty bad. I'm at 47 HP, so he could quite comfortably kill me in 2 shots from here. Right, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna pick a new stat. Hey, here's a new one. Okay, so that's another good reason why I didn't bring him up. Because it would have been being chased by one ogre, and then here's a new one. How can we deal with this guy? We could probably kill him from here. He's going to catch me. I want to loop around here to get back towards the stairs. He resisted one, didn't he? Yeah, he did. That was a 16% chance to resist, and he did it. I think even this guy, it's worth just going up. Man, ogres. And we'll go back to the other stair. So we've got a bit of an ogre problem right now. So once we vanquish this one, we need to go back to D5 and vanquish the one down there. A skeleton will help. Maybe. Not really. Help me, skeleton. Okay, just checking that I actually can go in that room. It's right next to me again. I can probably do it. Okay, I need to take this really slowly. Now I vamp train. Okay, we've got him. Alright. Vamp training's pretty strong. But I mean, that was pretty risky. Getting a bit antsy, I suppose. This is the stair that we can't go down. Yep, so I'll do this unknown one. The scariest thing in the game that I might come down a stair next to is Sigmund. But I already know that he's not going to be there. Unless he got shafted, that can happen. He could be shafted from D2 3 floors down to D5. This ring I don't want to try yet, not without remove curse. It could be -6 evasion or -6 AC for all I know. Alright, javelin missed. He's really nearly dead. Okay, good. I was willing to let him get next to me for another chance, and then I would have started backing away. Alright. Here we go again with orcs. Having an ogre skeleton with me is really strong. Because he can probably just fight regular monsters. That's an ice beast. So my ogre's still alive. He can probably go a long way towards killing the ice beast. We also have innate RC, which means we're not as afraid of a D5 ice beast as most characters would be. Agony is still 84% chance to get him. I keep saying agony, but it's pain. Pain, pain, pain. Alright, there we go. Yeah, see that it was the ogre. The ogre skeleton socked him. We reached level 8, that's pretty good. All these hounds, all these undead things I can't do anything with. But never mind, again, the ogre's just beasting. Phantom is another enemy that I can't really do anything to. I mean, we can control and dead him, but then for what purpose? Can't actually kill him. If we're lucky, our ogre might... Oh, man. Please stop, guy. Come on, ogre. Get him. Nope. We're starting to die to this guy. Come on, ogre. I'm not super afraid because I know at any time I can control and dead him and then just tell him to walk away from me. Alright, there we go, died. Oh man, here's another enemy we can't do anything to. He's a little bit scarier than the Phantom. This guy has pain. Oh wait, he can't pain me, right? I'm immune to pain. Yeah, okay, I think I'm immune to pain, so I think he's actually basically just a guy that can hit me for up to 6 damage. And I can't control and dead him, right? Because he's not technically undead. Well, we failed it. I like how it doesn't say that there's nothing that he can get. He's a minor demon. Anyway, we'll start fighting him. Okay, he got poisoned, so he should die. good. Alright. So yeah, there are a lot of undead things at the moment that as a necromancer we can't do much to. Here's a scorpion. Hopefully he's not the Scorpion King, because I hear the Scorpion King is quite a threat to mummies. This particular scorpion, if it's just a regular scorpion, it's not too scary because we're immune to poison. Animate Dead's dropped to 12%, which is pretty good. I'm going to do a little bit more Necromancy though. And then, well, I can't animate Skeleton this guy, but I can animate Dead him. Which is actually that one. Cool. Alright, and I'm going to make a macro for that. To animate dead. So now I can hit my 1 key and I'll animate dead things. That's Crazy Youth. Is it? I don't know, it might not be. It looks like Crazy Youth, but normally there are mushrooms or hammers or things that indicate it's his thing. And actually this shape is kind of funky. So I'm going to say this, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to stay away from it though. I'm a little bit spooked. Another Crimson Imp that we can't do anything to. Okay. Well, we start fighting him with the Poison Dagger. Okay, it works. On to D6. I have 2 scrolls of something, so I'm going to read them when I go down. Well, first, once I get poison on this guy with my dagger, he's vulnerable to poison, so he'll tick out pretty quickly. And I'll animate dead him. Alright. So I'm going to read a 2 here. It might be magic mapping. Amnesia. I don't think there are any of these I want to get rid of. Even though animate dead is technically better than animate skeleton, in the sense that a zombie is stronger than a skeleton, it's 1 mana, so there's still times that you'd rather use the skeleton. He has a Mace of Holy Wrath. Okay, alright, well we killed him pretty easily, but that's really threatening. As an undead, you take a lot of damage from Holy Wrath. Alright, Necromancy to 8. I think, how far will I go? I don't know. If I have a look at my spells, my Pain's at full spell power. That's another downside with Pain. It does really good damage, but its spell power caps out really quickly. So more Necromancy is not going to give me more Pain power. It will give me more Vamp Draining power though, and more Control Undead power. So, I guess we can keep going. There are 2 Orc corpses, we can make them into zombies. What do you reckon the zombies are thinking? Do they think? Immortal. Something like that maybe? Shadow Imp, okay. Oh boy, okay. So somehow this really sneaky Orc Warrior ended up walking around us. It looks like we can walk through here and there's a pathway that lets us walk around this trap. So we can get away, but that is so sneaky. Okay, good. Alright. I might be able to get him to fall down the shaft. Okay, he stepped on it good, so I got lucky there. Whoever said anything bad about shaft traps? Alright, there's a wizard. I want to get back to the stairs, and there's a white pack. Definitely don't want to get confused with the whites, although this might be good because I can control and dead them. So let's see. Yeah, if I can get, like I just got, if I can get these guys to be allied, and I get them to fight the Orc Wizard. Man, it's actually working. Okay, he went invis, but I know he's here. These guys are in the way, I think. Yeah, that's really annoying. I should tell these guys to retreat away, because I don't want them to become... Yeah, and he's got the puff of flame, so I don't want the whites to be next to me when I'm... if they're breaking out of control undead, and I'm getting confused. I think he's probably here or here. Did I get him? No. He's very nearly dead, so as long as he... Nothing happened. Where did the frost come from? I didn't see where it was. Is it below me? Yeah, it was. Okay, I got him. Alright, good. Kind of wanted these whites to fight things and then die, but it looks like they're not going to. Alright, so I need to go away before they uncharm. Because I can't actually fight them very well if I'm actually trying to kill them. The main way for me to kill them is if I control one of them and then they fight each other. But when I get them both, that's not so good. There's a glowing robe there, which I would really like to get my hands on, because that could be it could be a robe of fire resistance. I've got another 2 scroll. I know that it can't be teleport. I guess it's still worth walking to the upstairs just in case it's noise. It's magic mapping. There's no temple. Okay, so it's going to be at least a D7 temple, which is not at least, it's going to be, which is the latest it can be. So I think I could probably just head down and have a look. Let's go have a look. There are the whites. He's seen me. Okay. If I can control one, okay, good. And then he fights the other one. Where did he go? Fight him. They can probably kill each other. Although he's too busy killing me. Okay, good. And then maybe the jelly will kill him. That seems unlikely. Yeah, okay. I'll tell him to retreat away. You do that with T and R. Alright, let's go to a different stair. Ooh, there are a few things. That's a rune scale mail, although I'm not going to try that without remove curse, because that's potentially too heavy to let us cast our spells. I will try the robe now though. Okay, it gives me magic resistance. That's a drop in our defenses. We go to 412 from 710. So this is 17 and this is 16. And it's less AC, but it's more MR. And you've seen how vulnerable to confusion we are. So I think I'd prefer to have the MR. Let's drop the ring mail and the robe. Alright. Okay, and we'll try to get to a downstairs again. Alright, we can go have a look. I'm going to read a magic mapping. Okay, because I know the temple has to be on this floor. And it's all the way in the corner. That's so annoying. There are a bunch of altars too. There is a stair there, so if I go to that upstairs, I could be near the temple. So I'm just going to walk away from this centaur zombie. I'm going to try to go to a different downstairs. Alright, there's an ogre. Alright. Temp training, good. Alright, we got an ogre zombie. That makes us temporarily really strong. Okay. Like he can probably fight the orc warrior. We can try to get a poison, we did, and we can vamp drain. And we don't have enough mana for another vamp drain, but he's nearly dead, he's poisoned, and in order to get to us, he has to walk through the ogre. So yeah, he was probably going to die, which he did. Again, oh, that orc's clever because he's behind me. But if these orcs coming from the bottom want to get to me, they have to walk past the ogre. Good. Oh, geez, I didn't see him. Alright, so the white killed my skeleton. And again, the single white on his own, I can't do anything to. So, we're just leaving. I keep going to the same stair. Yeah, let's go down the one we don't know yet. Okay. More undead things that can't hurt. Glowing trident is interesting. I still probably without remove curse don't want to try it, because for all I know that's a curse -3 trident. But that potentially gives us the chance, if it's a good one, to poke things with a polearm from behind zombies. So I'm going to hold on to that, even if I'm not going to try it just yet. Okay, both our stairs here. I'm going to say this is more likely the one in the corner. Yeah, it is. Okay. We don't want to be vehement. Alright, made it into the temple. Let's see. Alright, so if you hit Control O, you can see all the altars you've seen. Which we've seen everything except for McLeb, Zin, which we can't be because we're undead. Shrog, as a mummy, you can't berserk, not so good. Zom, definitely not being Zom. Zom confuses you all the time and you can't do anything about it. And Iskaya, which we don't want to be either. Alright, so we can choose everything else. The god that I'd like to go with, I believe, it's going to be Kiku. So, here's a secret about me playing Kiku. Let's go. LG stands for list game. The dot is me. And we're going to go Kiku. And let's say 1. Okay. No games for Ultraviolent 4 with Kiku have ever been won. What if I don't say 1? So just how many Kiku games? 11. So I played Kiku 11 times. Although, like that one you can see that wasn't really playing Kiku. I quit the game on L2 with a Formicid Fighter. That would have been a speedrun where I took one of the random altars and then quit when I got Kiku. But in any case, I played Kiku a bunch of times and I've never got it to work. So this is kind of unexplored territory. If we win, that is. I might also be just dooming the character. Alright. I kind of have mixed feelings a little bit. Already being a Necromancer and then going with Kiku. Because he gives you Necromancer tools. So in some senses it's a little bit of a waste. Because he's doubling up on something that we already have. But again, I've never won with Kiku, so probably I've been doing it wrong all this time. Alright, let's have a look. We kneel at the altar. So once you get to 1 point of piety, you can receive corpses from Kiku, which when you have an animate dead, as we do, is really good because you immediately get a zombie army. He then protects you from Necromancy miscasts, although as a mummy we're mostly protected from them anyway. He protects you from Torment, which again as a mummy we're already immune to. He lets you invoke Torment if you pray over a corpse. That's a little bit later on in your piety. And then when you get to 6 piety, you can either bless a weapon to get a pain brand, which as you perhaps saw in the Deep Dwarf game, last game, is really powerful when you have lots of Necromancy skill. Or you can get the Necronomicon, which has the highest level Necromancy spells. Along the way, he also gives you a few different gifts that are Necromancy themed spell books. But again, we already have quite a few Necromancy tools. It's probably not bad already being a Necromancer. I've had a game, and this can happen, where you worship Kiku and he gives you spellbooks in such a way that the only way you have to interact with his corpse delivery is corpse rot. Or in my case, I think I also had Simulacrum, but that's a level 6 spell that also has ice magic. So early in the game, there was no way I was casting that. But at least because we know we already have Animate Dead, that's pretty good. So anyway, yeah, we're going to go Kiku. Alright, and he gives you piety when you kill either living things or demons. He is not impressed when you kill other undead things. Alright, cool. Well, I think we'll wrap that one up there. We're going to go back upstairs to D6 because we came down with magic mapping to find the temple. And then, yeah, we'll try to build some Kiku piety. Hopefully I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.